Hey there, it's Stephanie Shea, Chief Astrologer for janspiller.com with your monthly horoscope, and this one is for you, Cancer. Cancers are sometimes called Moonchildren as an affectionate nickname because your sun sign is ruled by the moon. And I mention this because October contains 2 full moons. So we've got the first full moon of the month on October 1st in the sign of Aries. That will form a square to your sun, which can be a challenging angle. If you were born on or around July 1st of any year, you're slated for some powerful realizations. Those with Cancer rising at or around 9 degrees of Cancer will also really be feeling this full moon. So be sure to apply gentleness and self-care. Around this time, you could receive information that guides you at work. That could be a theme of this Aries full moon. And your past efforts could be recognized. And that could be particularly gratifying if you felt that your individual contribution to either a work-related project or a project with others in your community hadn't gone noticed. You might get the kudos that you've been deserving around this full moon. Now, the second full moon in October will be on the 31st in the sign of Taurus. And this full moon is combined with a high intensity conjunction to the planet Uranus. So it's a pretty rare full moon, not just because it's the second full moon in a month, which is a rarity, but it's also conjunct the outer planet of Uranus. This full moon may stir up drama within your social circles, and you'll really need to avoid getting pulled into it and just focus on promoting a thoughtful and grounded approach to all your interactions or group collaborations. It could mean pulling back and taking some time alone. It's going to be easier to offer people the support that they might need a few days after this full moon has passed, because everyone's emotional sensitivities will get back to more normal levels, and it will be easier to come up with practical solutions together. Now, the sun will shine in Libra through the 21st, and that forms a square to your sun from the other direction. So you could feel a bit challenged through this astrology. It could have to do with a family member or a situation in your home. Just do your best to create a harmonious sanctuary for yourself within your living space. This is often something that Cancers really excel at, and it could become something that is a really good go-to for you to just have your little quiet, cozy, nurturing space for yourself this month. Now, on the 22nd, the sun will move into Scorpio, and that will form a favorable trine with your sun. So after this date, you're apt to feel more on the same page with others and figure out what has really been going on beneath the surface. And that can help clear up misunderstandings and figure out how to move forward from there. Now, Mars will be retrograde all month, and that could help you get clear about your career ambitions or your public image, the way that you want to be seen by others. If you were born between July 8th to 18th, anywhere in that range of dates of any year, you're really going to feel the greatest effects of Mars retrograde this month. Now, those with Cancer rising between 16 to 25 degrees will also be feeling this. And the theme is confronting your ambitions. This can be a time to examine your methods of getting from A to B, whether it's professionally or personally. And the realizations that you have might have to do with forcing things. This astrology is getting you to look at the times where you really wanted something to happen, and then realizing if you have to force it that hard, is it meant to happen? And if it is something that you really know is on your path, what other way can you get to your goal without feeling that you have to use such force or have such a confrontation? This is about finding a better way. It can definitely be under that category of working smarter, not harder. So these are things to ponder this month. You could also be feeling antsy about a personal or professional decision, but it really will be best to wait until after November 13th, when Mars will station direct, before committing to a new plan. Instead, turn your attention to the best use of your energy right now. And then know more information will be revealed next month that will help you take actions with a lot more clarity. It's really a good month to be more in the moment, maybe planning week by week, maybe just make a plan for the month at the outer edge of that. Now, Mercury will station retrograde in Scorpio on October 13th. And by October 29th, it will be back in the late degrees of Libra. So this puts an emphasis for you on romantic partnerships, family, home, and security. So it's a really good month to check in with others and reassess your agreements. Again, you don't want to make new agreements, but renegotiating something. Hey, we used to have things set up this way. How's that working for you? It actually hasn't been working for me. These kind of conversations, that's all good. But then if you decide to totally revamp a plan or the way that you're working within a relationship, then you can put that on hold till after the retrogrades, but at least be visiting these themes under Mercury retrograde. It could be time to rebalance the dynamics in your relationships under this astrology. Now, this month's new moon on October 16th will be in Libra, and that's going to support your intentions related to home, family, your sense of self-worth, and creating fair situations. So even with Mars and Mercury retrograde, it's really important to set intentions at this time. So when we're clear of these retrograde cycles, next month, you can review and refine your intentions, but there is power at every new moon. And if you're curious about new moon intentions and the best timing and want to learn more about the upcoming astrology, I just want to remind you, if you go to janspiller.com, we have some memberships where you'll get emailed this information every month, so you're always getting a heads up on what's going on. Now, Venus and Mercury will both move into Libra on the 27th, and Mercury will station direct in Libra early next month, November 2nd or 3rd, depending on your time zone. So as we're closing out the month, moving towards November, we do have that high-powered October 31st full moon. However, with this Libran energy coming from Venus and Mercury, you're likely to begin to feel a bit more in balance. Just keep a slow, steady, and compassionate mindset. And you can find that when you team up with others, you will be able to support each other and get prepared for some new beginnings towards the second half of next month. So I hope you can make the most of October's astrology. Be safe and be well. And I'll see you back here next month with your horoscope.